Hey guys, so it is officially 1 week from today, 1 week senior year of nursing school starts, and that is just, it's actually like insane because it's just been so long, and I'm like actually kind of emotional because like that's so crazy. Like I'm literally gonna be taking my NCLEX in a few months. Like I literally could cry. Like I'm excited, I'm terrified, I'm nervous. So anyways, I kind of just like wanted to make this video, so mainly so I could have it for myself, but just like, you know, talking about like what I'm feeling like, you know, before this craziness all starts. So it's fall semester, spring semester, and then, you know, graduate and boards. So this fall semester is going to be critical care. Obviously everything is like COVID edition, so yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about like what I'm nervous about, what I'm excited about, like stuff like that. So I guess what I'm just like the most nervous about is well, first of all, I'm just nervous because it's critical care, and I guess just what makes me the most nervous is that because of like all this COVID stuff, all of our lectures are going to be online. I don't know about you, but I am not an online learner. Like I am just way too unorganized, way too like it's a little rough out here, I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like I do like my best learning when I'm just like sitting in lecture. I don't know why, but I feel like I just like absorb the information better, and I feel like I just like, I love hearing like the little side tangents that professors go on most of the times if it's like a good professor. And you know, because there's only so much that they can put on a PowerPoint, but I just love hearing like the extra information that like professors will say in addition to what's on the PowerPoint. And I feel like that's what helps me learn the most. So I'm really nervous. Now in comparison to God, I can't talk. In comparison to last semester, like the second half of last semester when we went online, all of the lectures were like uploaded, and then you could like rewatch them. But this semester they're gonna be live, which I'm actually kind of excited about that. Like I know that a lot of people might not be, but I'm actually kind of excited because like I said, I'm very like unorganized, and so I feel like it just like gives me a like, okay, so this time I have to sit down and I have to listen to, I'm so sorry, this like lipstick is like making my mouth like salivate, or I don't know, that's so gross, TMI, but whatever. So I'm just like really excited to have that sort of like kind of structure in place. So yeah, that at least makes me feel better. Second of all, oh my god, I'm so excited that we are actually gonna get to have like clinicals in person, because last semester, towards the end of the semester, was my OB clinical, and just imagine, I don't know about you guys, I don't know what's something that you were like the most excited for going into nursing school. I think the thing I was like, one of the most things I was the most excited for going into nursing school was getting to see a baby be born. And I did not get to see a baby be born. And that makes me so, so sad. And I won't get that chance again. Unless, you know, of course, I mean, I have a friend who his mom like works in like labor and delivery, so maybe she can hook me up, but like that's something that I was really, really looking forward to. But you know, it is what it is, global pandemic, coronavirus, so I get it. But yeah, that really broke my heart. But yeah, so I'm really, really, really excited that we get to have clinicals this semester. We're like super lucky because I know that like probably not every program is gonna, you know, be able to because of whatever, you know, COVID. I'm so tired of talking about COVID. Anyways, it's pretty relevant. So yeah, especially because this clinical is, you know, critical care, so we're gonna get to go to like the ICUs and like maybe like the ED. So I'm super excited about that. Not to mention, bro, I swear to God, I literally emailed the lab staff at the end of last semester, and I was like, thank you so much for all that you do. I never realized how much I took you guys for granted, because oh my god, the makeup assignments were just, it was too much. The makeup clinical assignments, it was too much. I was like, no, God, what did I do to deserve this? Like, it was too much. So yeah, I don't know that every lab is gonna be in person, speaking of which, but I'm pretty sure like most of them will be, so I'm just like, thank you. That's all I wanted. Because I'm telling you, we use, I don't know if any of you are familiar with SimChart, but that's what we use, and oh, Lord have mercy on my little soul, because that, first of all, I thought it was so irrelevant to us. Like I was like, am I the doctor, or like why do I have to put in these orders right now? Like I'm confused. But anyways, so yeah, we get to have clinicals in person. I think we get to have most labs in person, so I'm excited about that. I guess just like right now I am just kind of in this like headspace where I'm like, I feel like it's starting to like sink in that I'm going to be a nurse in a few months. Like in less than a year I'm gonna be a nurse, and so I'm just starting to get like nervous because like I want to be a good nurse, you know, and so I want to you know, like solidify things in my brain, like lab values, and just like, you know, developing like a good, obviously I've been developing it throughout all these years, but like just really honing in on like, you know, my nursing intuition. And yeah, I don't know, like I'm just, oh my god, something also that I'm really like I need to get better at is like heart sounds, lung sounds, specifically lung sounds for sure. I'm actually gonna get a new stethoscope. I asked my mom if she could get it for me. I'm gonna get the cardiology 4 scope. I think that's like what it's called. It's from Littman. But I'm super excited. I'm gonna get that one because I have like one of the Littman lightweights or whatever, but like I just feel like I've outgrown that one at this point. And even when I was looking at the specs of it online, like it's not really, you know, the best stethoscope that you can get out there. So yeah, I'm really excited to get that, and I'm gonna start taking it to work because I do work in a children's hospital. I work in the hospital that I want to work in as a nurse. So I'm gonna start taking it with me to work and like listening to kids, and like I want to start asking my nurses like, hey, like I heard this, like do you think it's that too? Because like I feel like I know what things are called. Like I'm like, okay, crackles, rhonchi, you know, wheezes, but just like sometimes like I'm like, oh, is this that? You know, because they sound very similar at times. So I just want to start really like honing in on that as well. Yeah, oh my gosh, actually, a few months ago, I was at this store near me called Gabe's, and this was actually like at the start of all this pandemic stuff, but they had blue scrub pants in the children's hospital that I work at, that I want to work at as a nurse. That's like the color that the nurses wear, like the scrub pants, blue. So like I actually got 2, oh, why is it freezing? Anyways, I got 2 pairs of the scrub pants, and I'm so excited. I'm really nervous too about that because I know that when I graduate, like a few of the other PCAs on my floor are also going to be graduating, and you know, I'm thinking that they will want to apply to work on my floor as nurses. So I don't know, I'm just really nervous and scared because I love my floor. That's another thing too. I really love my floor and I would love to work there as a nurse. But again, like I don't know, like are they gonna want to hire me as a nurse, or are there gonna be positions available? So it's just like a lot of things that I'm thinking about and nervous and excited for. But yeah, I'm excited to precept as well, even though I know it's gonna suck. Not suck, but just like it's gonna be a lot, you know. So what else? Oh, I'm obviously nervous for boards, even though I've had like, you know, people telling me, you know, my nurse friends are like, oh, it's like not that bad, like it's not as bad as you think it is. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, oh. My friend just told me the other night that when she took her boards, she was like, it was just like so frustrating because I feel like you do all this studying and then like you go, and she was like, when I took it, it was like most of my NCLEX were on this topic that I had like, you know, it's like one of those topics that you touch on like one time in class and then like never again. And she was like, and I thought I failed. She was like, do not do the, you know, quick results thing because like, the way that it is, like whatever. Basically, she thought that she didn't pass because of like how, like what happened when she did her quick results thing. And then when she was like at work, she said that one of the nurses, you know, they wanted to know like if she passed, whatever. And then she was like, no, like I'm not gonna, you know, let's not talk about that because like, you know, obviously if she didn't pass, then that's gonna suck, one, because she still had to work the rest of the shift and that was gonna like break her heart and like you know, whatever. But basically one of the nurses just like looked up her name and whatever, and then it said that she passed, like, so, you know, that was the thing. So I don't know, like now I'm thinking about that, I'm like, oh, do I want to do the quick results thing or am I gonna like freak out? And I'm also just like, I'm wondering what version of the NCLEX I'm gonna get, if I'm gonna get the COVID version or if I'm gonna get like the regular version. All I know is I'm really grateful that I'm not getting the new version that's coming out in like 2 or 3 years, because that is not for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like trying to think of like what else. I don't know. I'm just like really excited. I'm excited to be done with school. I don't know that I want to go back to school at any point to get my NP. We'll see. I've said for a while now that like even if I do go back to school, like I'm not gonna go back for like at least 5 years, because it's just been, you know, not only basically these last 5 years in school to be a nurse, but also just I didn't take like a gap year or anything like after I graduated high school, so it's just been like a really long time of school, so I feel like I need and deserve a break. And I also want to do an NP program like only if I really want to, you know, because I'm the kind of person that like even if I know that becoming an NP could like I guess make me more money, if my heart's not in it, like there's really no point in me doing it, because it's gonna be like dragging my feet, and it's, you know, it's just not gonna be worth it for me. Same thing with like I used to think like, oh, maybe like being a CNA would be cool, you know, they're like the highest paid nurses, whatever. But first of all, the schooling just sounds awful. Second of all, I've seen what a CNA does before. Like I stood in surgeries, and you know I've like watched and talked to the CNAs, and I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of boring, because I really like the patient interaction part of nursing, and you know, obviously as time goes on, feelings can change and you can get burnt out or whatever, but I think that I don't know, I think that I would enjoy teaching maybe, but not even teaching. I think I would love to be a clinical instructor, because I would get that interaction with like students, but I wouldn't necessarily have to deal with like, you know, grading papers and coming up with like lectures, which I think would be like pretty stressful. But yeah, I think that, sorry, that's my dog snoring if you can hear. But yeah, I think that, I know I'm like thinking so far ahead, but yeah, so, but yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video and just like kind of talk about things, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. I will, you know, make more videos or whatever as time goes on. Oh my god, also I'm so excited to take my final nursing exam of nursing school. Like I think I'm gonna just like burst into happy tears, because like nursing exams are so stressful, and this is the last semester of exams, because spring semester is like, you know, basically all like ATI and like NCLEX prep or whatever. So I'm just like, ugh, I'm ready to stop stressing about what my grade is, and ugh. So but yeah, I will talk to you guys soon, and bye.